Alright, so I've been working on this blueprint and trying to find a way to fit everything. I was trying to avoid using conduits because conduits require you to manually connect them after you place them on the map. But sadly, I could not because of pipe limits. This blueprint already uses a lot of pipe and we actually don't have many pipes left. See, it's just single one actually. It is really tight in the amount of pipes that you can use. You do save some pipes if you go for the conduit variation. However, for you to use the conduit one, you need to set up your conduits all the way from here. Well, this is how I did. From Jingyu Valley, went all the way over here to Wuling City, and from Wuling City I had to bring it all the way to the test area so you can place it on the water treatment sector. This is going to save you power, this is going to save you pipelines as well, but well, walking through the map and setting out all these conduits can take a lot of time, so I'm going to give you both options if you want the easy to use one but really tight on the pipe uses and the energy use as well, then you can just use the water treatment unit. If you want to save some pipes, save some energy as well, then you go for the conduit variation, but you're going to need to set up everything. So in total, this blueprint is maximizing the Hetonite production. I saw some people talking and saying that it's better for you to not maximize the Hetonite production. Instead, you should make Yajin syringe, for example. Well, I couldn't bother trying to optimize this. I like compact things, okay? So I am going for Hetonite parts. It's place and forget, just a single item, pretty much two actually, for you to sell Hetonite parts and the battery as well. We are producing a total of 13.5 batteries per minute and 6 Hetonite parts per minute as well. We're using almost everything that we have available. The only exception is Xirconite. Sadly, I couldn't find a use for this remaining Xirconite because we don't have any more Originium, we don't have any more Ferrium as well, Cuprium, everything is being used. There is really nothing we can get out of this world. One thing that I'm going to say is that we are using a little bit more Ferrium that we have available here in this map, but this is fine because we are using the meta storage transfer from Valley 4 to here, so we can use this Ferrium. Now let's talk about this, how you should set up this blueprint, because there are a few things that I feel a lot of people end up missing or doing it wrong. I noticed this on my last video where I was talking about everything in a single outpost, and well, people were complaining about pipe limits. This is totally understandable. We kinda also hit the pipe limit here as well, but I managed to make the blueprint a little bit easier to place. About pumps, water pumps and pipes, because I feel that this was the main mistake a lot of people were doing. So this here, for example, says water. Whenever you see this icon, it say 2 pumps of water. Please, whenever you see this icon, whenever I am using pipes, I am using 2 pumps on every pipe. Why? Because a pump can sustain up to 2 units every second, and every pump gives you 1 every second. So in order to maximize this, we simply put 2 pumps in a single pipe and then bring the water here. It is then distributed everywhere in the machinery. Okay, here for example, 2 icons, 4 pumps. Right, so here for example, you can see a total of 4 pumps going here in this conduit. Why this one's clogged is it? No, you see here the line coming in, so the water is flowing. So it's just like a visual clog. It is not actually clogged, it is working. Let me show you how to place this blueprint, okay? Because I also use some numbers to showcase you what you're going to need. One thing that I'm going to say here in the AIC, everything here is set to Xirconite. Xirconite. Okay. Let me just remove everything so you see how it works. All right, we're going to start with the Xircon part. Okay, it goes here in the bottom. Why, kind of? I mean, it's hard to say bottom when, well, there's no reference on what is the bottom. It doesn't really matter because, as I said, we are using conduits. However, I personally like to have the liquids on this side of the map. Okay, so here in the right side, you see all the acid, all the water. This is how I use. When placing this blueprint, place it all the way to the left side. Okay, so here, like this. And then you go and all the way to the bottom. See? Like this. All the way to the bottom corner. I should have placed like a belt or something there so you can move to the side accidentally. Just go all the way to the bottom left and it's going to work. Okay, this is going to be the one producing the Xircon and everything. Right here in this space, you should place your AIC. So just place it right here, set these ports to Hetonite, and then the Hetonite is going to own these forges. Okay, and then we go for the top side. For the top side, you need to pick your option. Either you can go for the Conduit, which, as I said, you need to bring your sewage all the way to the test area, or you use the water treatment unit, which consumes even more pipes and also more energy as well. I am going with the Conduit since I already set up everything, but it's completely up to you. Okay, when setting up this, there's only one place it fits. Boom, you just click, everything is going to be placed. Okay, so the last one is just this one, number 3. And once again, is only going to fit in a single way. There's no way you can place it anywhere else. So the moment you just click, and there you go. Okay, everything is going to start as soon as you start fitting acid and water right here. Okay, so set your conduits now. Once everything is placed in the blueprint, you just need to connect your conduits. Okay, so this is the one with acid, 2 pumps of acid, and 4 pumps of water. This one right here. Here in the bottom, we are not using conduits, it's just the pipe itself. Okay, so whenever you see this icon, it means 2 pumps. Same thing right here, 2 pumps. We're not using a conduit on this one. This one right here, the shit or the muck, this one is just waste. So basically, you need to set up a fluid supply unit and dump whatever comes out of this. In this case, it's just acid. This is the only one, if I recall correctly, this is going to be the only waste that we need to dump back in the map. Okay, so once the water starts to balance itself through the machines, everything is going to start working naturally. And then you just need to deal with the sewage. Okay, I already set up mine. And a quick tip in case you decided to set up yours as well. In case you don't know, you can teleport with the connection without an issue. They are not going to break as long as the distance between the TP and whatever you are is less than 200 meters. I mean, 220 meters, because there's also a limit that you can go above it. Okay, so as you can see, you can use this trick to save some time, to create some shortcuts when bringing your conduits from one map to the other. Okay, you can see right here, that's how I did all of this conduit line. From here, I set up a pipe, connecting the conduit goes all the way here, another pipe. Okay, and then after every single conduit, you put an outlet, put some pipes connecting to another one. Don't make my mistake, okay? If you're making this, only use the Mark II, the manifold, okay? Only use this one, because this one, as you can see right here, it supports up to 4 units per second. If you use the other one, the simple one that only has 1 input, it only takes 2 units per second. And if you use one of these anywhere in your conduit chain, everything is going to get rate limited at 2 units per second. And when I noticed this, it was a little bit too late because I had to destroy everything and place it again. So don't make my mistake, okay? Only use the Mark II through your entire conduit line all the way to the test area. In the test area, just plug your conduit, your sewage in the purification units. And that's it. We're actually not even going to use the Xircon it produces because we don't have Originium to make anything with it. So that's it. So that's the marker stone blueprint. You just set it up like this. You set all the conduits, water, acid, everything is going to get produced there. Now we need to start producing our batteries as well. We also have a really huge Hetonite production here in the core AIC area that I'm going to include as well. All the codes are going to be available in the description. Okay, but before this, let's go into this outpost right here, the Jingyu Valley outpost, so I can show you the battery production. So this battery production is quite compact. I really like it a lot because most of it fits in a single blueprint. Well, sadly, only the sand lift production couldn't fit in the blueprint. Okay, but this one is really simple, really easy. Let me just remove the thermal banks. Not going to... Oh, wait. There you go. Not going to delete the thermal banks and end up without power later. Okay, so let me leave the thermal banks right here. This one's really easy. Okay, when setting up, it doesn't really matter. Just get the maximum area upgrade on the for this outpost. Where you're going to place this, it doesn't really matter. Okay, just pick any of these corners, and then you start with the battery 1. I placed one belt. You can see a belt line here at the top that you can use as a guideline. Then you just set all the way to the right corner. Okay, so here, for example, this is where we can place this. We can go further. Just use the top belt as a guideline. You can delete it later, okay, without a problem. After this, you just place the sand leaf one. It's going to fit exactly in the top left corner. Okay, and then after this, you just place your AIC here because we're only using it as for the input ports. Okay, when setting up this, you need to manually place your sand leaf. Okay, so I always go over here, place some sand leaf in the middle one, place some sand leaf in the middle one, and same thing right here. Here we are going to produce to get all the originium. We have the Xircon being consumed, the 2 extra machines with the extra originium from the test area, and the sand leaf is just going to take some time to get all the way here. And once we have the dense originium, it is going all the way here to this packaging unit, and it's going to produce 1.5 extra batteries for us. So this one's really simple, really basic. You just need to place your sand leaf here, and it's going to work by itself. Now let's go for the last one, or, well, it doesn't really matter the order that you place most of this. Technically, this should be your first one, since it is the Hetonite production. This one is pretty big, but also really nice looking. We have some space here that you could maybe use for something. Once again, you see the icon, 2 pumps for every single one of these pipes. Let me delete everything here so I can show you how to place this. Since this is a pretty huge blueprint, it doesn't fit in a single one. I actually had to split this over a total of 4 blueprints. Okay, so here you can see you have top left, top right, and bottom left. I forgot to submit for review. So I personally recommend you to start with the top right, or, well, one of the corners, you know, whatever you're trying to place this, it doesn't really matter. It don't need to be in the corner itself, but if you're going to place it in the corner, start with whatever corner you're going to be. Okay, so I'm going to start with the top right. Once again, it doesn't really matter. Top right, just go all the way to the right, all the way to the top, and there you go, you just place it. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing here with the other blueprints. All right, after the top right, you can go with bottom left or top left, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and there you go, just they are going to connect perfectly. Okay, don't leave any space like this. Okay, they are just going to connect perfectly all the way to the right, all the way to the top. And then after this, we have the bottom ones. Let's go with bottom right once again, as far as you can. Last one, bottom left, same thing. Okay, so after this, they are not going to start working by themselves. Why? Because we need all the flowers, of course. So here you're going to see 2, 3, 2, 3. Whenever you see 2 of these together, this means that this is going to be a Yagen or Jingyu, whatever you decide to use. Okay, as long as it's one of the flowers from Wuling, you're fine. Okay, so here, planting unit, I'm just going to place my Yagen seeds. They're going to produce and start looping here. And here on the 3, whenever you see 3, planting unit, seed picking unit, planting unit, you just place sand leaf in the middle one, and it's going to work. So here, once again, Yagen, just going to skip through this because, well, I'm just going to be setting up flowers here. And then on the bottom, the same thing, okay, you just place, once again, Yagen and sand leaf, depending if it's a water-based planting machine or not. All right, so once you place all of the flowers in their planting machines, their seed picking units, everything is just going to start working by itself, as long as, of course, you feed enough water for everything here. Once again, I'm going to repeat every single time you see one of these, 2 water pumps, please, 2 water pumps. You can see right here in the bottom, okay, 2 water pumps, conduit, 2 water pumps, conduit. So keep this in mind. This is how you should set up everything. After you place all of these 9 blueprints, you're just going to have your 12 heavy Hetonite and 6 Hetonite parts per minute, also 13.5 batteries, and then you can just sell all of this for stock builds on your outpost. Okay, there we go. Okay, and that should be everything for this video. Code for the blueprints are available down in the description, and if you had any issues with this blueprint, just let me know in the comments and I'm going to try to fix it or guide you through how to place them. Most of the time, what I noticed in the last video is that a lot of people are only using a single pump per pipe. Please use 2, because this is how my blueprints they are set up. I am definitely a little bit tired. I've been working on this blueprint for like 30 hours or something, and I'm pretty sure that I'm still going to optimize it later or offer some variations. But for now, that's it. I still need to work on some Gilberto guides, so if you're looking for more Endfield guides, remember to subscribe to the channel, and if this video was helpful, leave it a like, you know, that kind of thing, yada yada yada. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, good night wherever you are. See you next time. Peace.